Wrong camera. Hello, welcome to another Retainer Designer live stream. This is kind of a Ortho Hangout. Didn't have really much planned, just doing a simple retainer. I just grabbed the one closest to me, which is far away from me now. And so today we're doing a lower Hawley with Soldered C class. If you hear some noises in the back, I'm joined today by my wife, who is trimming retainers. Oh, she waved. She waved again. There we go. She's over there trimming, and that's it. That's what we're going to be doing today. Pretty simple. Just kind of want to hang out with everybody, and it's 2 weeks before the conference, so I'm hoping I'll be able to do one next week too. But we'll see. It might have to be another simple one like this. I do have. Y'all let me know in the comments where you're watching from, because I get y'all from all over the place. All right, I do have my thing here, and I need to zoom in a bit. There we go. Let's lighten this a bit so you can actually see the model. The model gets too gray. Still needs to dry a little bit. So I've already prepped it. I've already put one coat on here. Probably a bad idea to do this, especially live stream with people watching, is there we go. I'm gonna do a little prepping. So I said on the title of this, a lower Hawley with soldered C's or welded C's. I like to prep these. Oh shoot, see that's why I didn't want to do it, because this stuff's sticking, so I'm gonna have to brush that off. So I might as well put a second coat on. I might have to do a third coat later on. But anyway, let's let that dry. My wife was very kind to let me know I forgot to put a bite plate on a model. What did I do with that? I did some work last night and I forgot to put a bite plate. I even marked it on the model. Oh, Greg Malone, you're Des Moines? Sarah, how do you? Des Moines.
Oh my gosh.
I can't read Des Moines. Des Moines, Iowa. Anybody else have a hard place for me to pronounce? Because my words don't work. Let's see. Oh, yeah. All right, so I even have on this model, I marked on here bite plate. Anybody got a good tip on how to remind yourself that it needs a bite plate when you're sprinkling it? Because when I do this, it gets covered with acrylic, and by the time I go to put the bite plate on, I don't see it anymore because it's covered. So I'm going to snap this back on here. And what I might do, I think I might paint a little bit. Just in case some acrylic seeps down in there. Oh, I need to turn the pressure pot on.
Can you turn it on?
I can reach it. Yeah, I can reach it pretty far. Let me go ahead and paint the underside of this, just in case. Oh no, Sarah, my markers.
Huh?
My marker attached to the. I'm hoping it comes off. Hope it's actually. Do you see my marks? I used a Sharpie, but if I put separator over it, it transferred.
Oh yeah.
It,
And you still didn't make a bite plate.
and I still didn't make a bite plate. Good point. Good point. How's this one looking? It's a bad thing about these 3D printed models is you have to be very careful with the separator. And for those that are asking, I don't use a model separator. I use an acrylic to acrylic separator. It's not built for models. It's built for, like, if you want to do twin blocks or something where you want to put do a cured layer of acrylic, but you don't want to put another layer of acrylic over it, but you don't want them to stick, you can paint this on that acrylic and then it won't stick. I get it from JBC and Company. It's called Part All parting solution. And so that's what I use for my models. If my voice is a little down, it's because I just did a 4-hour recording of my very first BioStar. So that, it'll probably be a few weeks before I post that video, because it's going to take a lot of editing to get that down to something more manageable. Harry, I use your buddy's tip on adding acrylic. I use only heat shield to put underneath the appliance where the acrylic might flow. Stops. Oh, okay. So like heat shield like this. Use heat shield like that. I didn't think about that. I just been painting this stuff again and letting it dry and painting it again. Usually I can work it into the flow pretty good. Sybil, you want to come say hi? Yeah. Are you whispering? Somebody is asking.
Oh.
This is who is whispering. Say hi. I gotta make sure. Yeah. I have her mic on. Oh yeah, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Trying to do the volume on that.
Is this too loud?
No, you're good. That's weird. Picture in picture. All right, going back. No, wait. I got my video switcher all messed up. All right, will this thing hurry up and dry? Nope, still wet. This one, yep, that's dry. I don't know how many times a week I miss a bite plate. And you know, I'm just probably, I don't know, I've seen people write BP down here. That's the part you don't cover with acrylic. And but I don't think about heat shield. You just smear it on there, huh? This is actually the perfect place for it. So if you want to do a repair and you don't want any of the acrylic on the tissue side, you can paint this on the tissue side of your acrylic, and then if you do spill acrylic over it, it just flicks off, which is pretty nice. You know what? I'm gonna do the lingual of this first. So I'm doing a continuous rest. Y'all call this a continuous rest? I don't have any wire. That would help. I only need one stick, Cade. There we go. All right, throw that away. I build everything first. When I do lowers, I do this continuous rest first, because my labial bow is going to come across here and then go forward there. So, oh, what do y'all do when y'all have a molar like this? I can either put it here or here. I tend to go toward the back when it's got this extra, almost, it's not a cuspiclar belly, but it's an extra cusp. Supernumerary cusp, maybe. But usually they're supposed to only be 5, but I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the lowers are only supposed to have 5, but these have 6. And they've got a little tiny one right in the groove where you'd usually put the wire. I think we're going to go distal on that one. Never done it that way. Thanks for the tip. Good idea. Oh, yeah, like painting the inside of the retainer. Obviously, if it's not marking it, And maybe it's just I need to stop watching or listening to things while I'm sprinkling acrylic. I'm missing when I miss the labial acrylic. So I'm going to go on the distal side of that little cusp and go forward. I don't know. I just tend to like that better. I don't have a good reason. Otherwise, I don't know. The wires look better leaning forward than leaning back or going back. So let me move this mesially. There we go. Get my cutters in here. Perry, I forgot, where are you watching from? Because obviously I couldn't pronounce Des Moines. And Sarah laughs. Oh. I can see how messy everything is. Nope. Yep, you see? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see how messy everything was? My camera stopped working. Did it die? It fell asleep. That's weird. Oh. Because I forgot to add it. Alright, let me add that. I'm adding an extra camera. There it is. You can see how messy my lab is right now. Sarah, you're not wearing your headphones.
I can't hear you.
Oh.
I can't hear you to correct you.
You can't hear me to correct me. That's so true. All right, we got this one. Let's go to the bite plate and get that one done before the wife tells me she's ready for it. And then hopefully that gave the pressure pot enough time to warm up. I would go change the water real quick. Sometimes it's just quicker to do that. So I'm just going to be real careful and try not to drip everywhere. There's probably enough here. You could have turned this into a bite plate, but Sarah,
I wasn't sure.
yeah, this is a safer bet.
It looked like the teeth were pretty low.
Low teeth.
I don't know how you call it. But
Low teeth?
yeah.
Short teeth?
Short teeth?
Or low T? I don't know if she gets frustrated with me or at me, or she likes finding these mistakes of her finding a bite plate I forgot to do.
Like, point them out.
You like to point them out. And there we go. So I like to make, on my bite plates, I like to make like a ridge right here. Big enough for the lower teeth to skate around on. I think that'll work right there. I did a lot of these labial acrylic with soldered C's, but I do the C's after. And I couldn't think the other day why I do the C's after until, yeah, do you know why I do the C's after?
Yeah, because it burns.
Okay, yeah, now I have two reasons. It burns the acrylic. Well, you definitely couldn't solder.
I forgot why you do it, but yeah.
You can't solder afterwards because that definitely burns the acrylic. But yeah, I don't have anywhere to wax down the labial bow while I bend the C. Because if I do it over here on the front teeth where I put the wax on, that's where I'm going to put the acrylic.
Uh,
So I'd have to peel that wax off, redo all the paint, and I can't do it where I usually do it, which is on the distal side of the loop, because that's where I'm about to do soldering.
right.
So do the acrylic first and then come back and add the. So I'm going to get a big stack of these from her in a minute,
In a minute.
ready for. So
I
she
did this one though.
already did Soldered C. It doesn't have label acrylic. So if it doesn't have label acrylic, I just go ahead and.
Well, here, you want one for.
Oh, I don't.
Here, let me. Oh, I got you an upper and lower.
Oh, I got you an upper and lower here.
Wow.
So she gets them what? Sandpapered, like the step
Yeah.
right before pumicing, and then she hands them back to me. Then I put the soldered C's on, and then we can pumice and polish then. Oh, Perry's watching from San Diego. I never knew you were in San Diego. Maybe you've probably told me before. I never knew you were in San Diego. So just going about. So this one, I will do the. I will do the soldered C's before acrylic, since there's not a labial bow, because I can put my sticky wax right here, right where the labial bow would go, labial acrylic would go. And last week we did talk about labial acrylic.
So loud.
It is loud. I don't know if it's ever that loud when I do it. It's also that white aluminum oxide wheel.
Yeah.
The good thing with that is it never does wear out. It lasts forever, but it is loud. I might need to go back to the green rubber wheels that we used.
Oh, that was wax I just cut it to.
Oh, did you just coat your wheel with wax?
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if we could take that white wheel off. See, I'll show you what she's. Let me turn off the volume. That's the white wheel we're talking about. I kind of wonder if we could steam it and clean it. Like if it would steam up. See, there's black stuff on there, and that's from a hot glue gun. I accidentally ground through some hot glue. So this ended up being like a little Sunday afternoon work session. I don't know about y'all, but our spring break wasn't much of a spring break. And now everything's like piled up from, we actually, in our software, our EasyRx software, we can actually block dates. And so it doesn't allow the, I just lost that forever. Uh-oh. All hands on deck.
What?
I just lost my labial bow. It just flung off. It went this way.
It went which way?
This way.
There's a spoon down here.
There's a spoon? Oh. You almost stepped on it. All right, thank you. Her eyes are better than mine finding stuff. These pliers I have are broken. And so if I'm not careful, it's chipped, and so I'll lose grip and they'll fling off. That's what we used to use, the Cratix wheels. Yeah, the white, so Greg Malone said the white wheel vibration numbs my fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
I switched. You agree? I switched to rubber Kratex wheels, but the bad thing is they wear out so fast. Those rubber Kratex wheels, but they're really good. They used to have really good sales where it's like free shipping Fridays or something like that, and I could order 5 or 6 of those if I had the money. And I ordered them straight from Kratex. So what are you doing over there now? Oh, you're.
Huh?
Oh, I was just seeing what you were doing with your hands.
Trimming. Like you asked me to.
Like I asked you to. You volunteered. You're like, Cade, please let me have.
I need more things to
I
do.
need more things to do.
So bored.
I don't have anything to do. I'm ran out of things to do with chickens and ducks.
I don't have anything to do with the house.
Yeah.
She said something.
What did Sybil say?
No. Come here. What'd you say?
So Greg, my wife, agrees with you. It numbs her fingers. So maybe that's it. Maybe in my next order from Benco, I'll order some Kratex wheels. You do the 306 course? 304? I can't remember the numbers. I always have to look them up.
Why don't we use the other one?
The green ones?
Yeah?
I kept having to order them. And I kept forgetting to order. I almost put it here. That's usually where I put my wax. But now I'm going to put it here. See, and this is why I couldn't do it on labial acrylic. If I had labial, because then that's where the labial acrylic would go. And so then I'd have to, when I got the C's on there, I'd have to pull this off. The wax will take my separator with it. And so then I got to re-separate. So it became easier and more of a pain. No, that doesn't work together. I'm going to tilt these up just a bit. All right, time for the C's. Uppers, those, like the one I just put a bite plate on, I use 032 wire for that, and I use the 032 wire for the C's. I think it does a really good job. This, I'm going to use 030 for the lower. I used to use 032 for all my wires, but when I worked for Jason, he used 030 and just kind of saves your hands a little bit. And he bought real high quality wire, so it was still strong. But this wire does seem thin. Let me double check that measurement. Yep. I'm off. Zero it out. Can you tell I got to change my battery on this? Out. I'll use the brown 306M. So the M is medium, right? You don't use C, the coarse. I switched to rubber Kratex wheels. We call them green wheels, but that's the coarse one. So use medium. That's interesting. We might try one of those, Sarah.
I'd love to.
I use 3M Scotch-Brite D-Burr wheels. Soft, durable, and... Oh, like they come in the 3 colors? Brown, black, and maroon. Are those the 3M ones? Because we use those for like the edges of Essex and stuff. And I use it all the time for retainers when I need to do some stuff. Unless you're using dental things. Are you talking about bolt trimming retainers? They're like 3-inch wheels mount on a lathe, great for knocking out my denture acrylic. I'll have to look at that. 3M Scotch Brite Deep Burst wheels, soft, durable, and quiet. It's probably safe for wires too, it sounds like. Like we wouldn't have to worry about.
Ooh.
Yeah, you like that idea.
Woo! Sorry.
That got away from you. Sometimes it sounds like you're farting over there. You know, but that fake farting like you used to do with the palm of your hands in junior high? Or in your elbow?
Still do.
Yeah. Still do. Yeah, medium, great for trimming partials. Okay, so that brown one is.
You write these down?
Oh yeah, I need to write these down. I got my notes here. 3M. I'm gonna try all these. 306. Oh, come on, pen. No. Pencil. 306M. And we got 3M Scotch Brite. Dental things, do you order those from like your company, like a dental supply company, like a General Deburr wheels? Soft and quiet. That way, Sarah can be quiet. Another Soldered C. There you go. Had that wrong on there. Greg, is that what you make a lot? Are you a denture place? A RPD denture place? There we go. I like to make these parallel to each other as much as possible. And that way my welding bead goes longer. I actually made that too long, but I got it laid down in there. So, time to switch over to this. I gotta set this up. That setting. And actually I need to sharpen one of these.
Oh.
Is the cat food? Uh-oh, emergency.
Good girl.
So we bought an automatic cat food dispenser, and our dog's visiting us today, and yeah, I hear you. And so she loves cat food, so we had to go trap her in here, so the cats can eat. I'm gonna change my. I am running low on argon gas. Watch this thing run out in the middle of a live stream. The welds start looking really ugly.
Stay. Stay.
I tell you.
Girl, you need water. Ooh, water.
You really see your wire bending mistakes under a microscope. Okay. See, that's not even touching. Wow. All right, I can push it over. Means I'm probably gonna have to adjust that C class in QC. I usually have to anyway. during pumicing and stuff, they flare out. I don't know who does it. Nope, not blaming you. Yes, I'm blaming her. She doesn't. She left. I am blaming her. I'm blaming her. Actually, my 18-year-old son is to blame sometimes for stretching out all my class whenever he's in here pumicing. He pumices good and fast. He's very fast. I didn't do the underside. Okay. So I get both sides of this, and it is definitely easier to do this here with it off the model, obviously, but also without acrylic. Sometimes it's hard to maneuver this little electrode in there. Probably where a laser welder would come in real handy. There we go. Let me see if I can finish this off welding. I'm going to cut this excess. Cut this excess. And I'm going to take a white wheel and I'm going to taper this. Like so. And this is usually how we finish these, and maybe use a rubber wheel, maybe some pumice. But if I'm feeling nice, I'll go ahead and finish it off with welding, and I'll show you all that in a minute. The important thing is you do not hit the wire, the main labial bow wire with this wheel. You just want to taper into it and then check it with your finger, make sure it's not going to snag a lip. Snag a lip. Okay. Then I'm just going to smooth it out with the welder. Lost my ground. I got to get a new ground clip. This thing is nasty. It's been through some wars. I'm sure being so close to plasma metal from these welds it takes a beating. There we go. So we got nice smooth in there. Oh. Henry Schein, okay. Zon's coming. It's Zon for us lab people, so I'll have to check that. Greg Malone, you get yours from Henry Schein. Okay. Your medium wheels, the brown ones. Okay. And then yes, RPDs love making retainers and all things. Oh, very cool. It's funny, there's so many people out there that like to dabble in ortho. I feel like I'm really short. I think my seat's starting to sink.
Your chair broken?
Mm-hmm.
Not good for you.
I know. Sarah sat in the chair where she's sitting, and I had been there last, and I raised it up, and her feet didn't even touch the ground. They were just swinging like a kid in a car seat.
And I'm not short.
No, you're, what, 5'7"?
Yeah.
So you're not short. But I'm 6'3", 6'2"-ish, 6'3"-ish, depending on how I slept that day, I guess.
You're all crunched up or not.
Yeah. If my spinal cord releases during the night. Like with all tall people, I got a bad back. Doesn't help that I sit in the chair all day. I think I got too much wax. It's not sitting down like I like. I think this wax is preventing me from laying down, or the clasp from laying in that groove. I can always hear that sandpaper as a mark of Sarah's almost done. It's almost like a cue sound that's like, oh, she's ready for the next one. For some reason, our Mondays are, another reason we're working today, our Mondays are just horrendous. There's so many that become due on Mondays. And we just have this huge day of just lots of retainers. And I try to keep up with her. So I do the wire bending and the acrylic. She does the trimming and the pumicing and stuff. There we go. Kind of had to hold that down a little bit. I didn't like that. And it's a little crooked. I see it looks a little crooked, like that dips down. But it looks like it's hitting about in the same spot on the canine. It just looks swooped down. So I may, once we get the acrylic, I may do a little adjust there. Gringo tip of the month. Do not microwave flour tortillas. Always heat them up on a fire or frying pan.
What?
Perry, Gringo tip of the month. Do not, he might be commenting. He might be watching two streams at the same time. Don't microwave flour tortillas. Always. I agree.
Yeah.
I got to get that crispiness, that slight crispiness that you get from the, and use a lot of butter.
Butter. Okay, I did my best on this one. This one's kind of a. I don't know.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Tore out the bane of the lower Hawley. That was good.
That's not bad, Tori. I mean, there's been worse.
And then you got that extra wisdom tooth back there.
Is that why it's so long?
Yeah, and lopsided. There's not a wisdom tooth on the other side. Unless the skin cut it off, but I don't know.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I don't see it either. But yeah, so this is soft also, or Welded C. And then this is, they want to keep that space and using that for the face painting. Alright, let's, I don't even know what color this is. Amethyst. I'm gonna have to make my own amethyst. I'm out of it. I haven't got my order in yet.
Yeah. You're out of amethyst?
Amethyst. For some reason, we've been getting tons of amethysts.
Just check for another day.
So I'm going to do
This one's a thin one.
royal purple. I'm going to sprinkle it with this. And light purple monomer. Light monomer. You can mix colored polymers, colored monomer together, make different colors. It's pretty cool. Well, this is going to be neat. Required names in retainers or not, or RTW. And dental things are in California. I don't know if they require that in California. So then I'm trying to make this darker, like my amethyst polymer. So amethyst is like royal purple, but it's darker. I guess that's a birthstone. Is that a birthstone?
Yes, February.
February. Oh, is that
Sir.
Sybil's birthstone?
Sybil, Sawyer's, my dad's.
Oh, your whole family's February birthdays.
You say my whole family?
Yeah.
Your family too.
Well, okay, yeah, the kids are mine too. Oh, it's looking at cool marble. I'm so sorry, guys. I left her mic on. It's all sounds like a bee. Like we lost like 4 or 5 people on this live stream. It's probably just grating in their ears. I turned it on temporarily so we could hear what you were saying.
Oh gosh, sorry.
Or just you breathing hard.
Thanks.
Oh, this opening in this thing is so... Let me pat this down a little bit. If I pat it down a bit, it helps the monomer spread smoothly. I'm telling you, I go live if you get to talk.
No, this is all the time.
Oh, okay. Not just when I go live.
No.
Come on. I think I'm going to stop there. No, I think it needs a little bit more. See if I can just dust some. Little dust. Nope. Little dusting. Yep. And tap the dry powder to get it to smush in, to get it to soak up the monomer underneath it. Check the other side. Yep, we're good. I do my lowers in 3 sections. You could do them in 2. Just like you do on the uppers, just go to the middle. But you got to be careful in how you layer your colors. Because you could get your clear on top of your purple, and then you got a clear line in the retainer. So whenever I put the final coat of clear, I don't go all the way to the edge of the purple in this case. I got stopped just short. So then my purple can lay against the purple of that side, the acrylic of that side that I've already laid down. And then I can put clear over the top, clear over the top of that, and it should be about the same height as the clear on this side and on this side. We'll see. I won't be able to trim this today because my wife's over there at the trimmer station. We only got 1. I really need to set up 2 because sometimes I can help her out. We'll have a quiet trimming station with those new wheels y'all told me about, and we'll have a loud one. All right, let's cut this. Oh, I don't have my cutter. Oh, I did turn that off. Yeah, apologize for that. Yeah, I had the main. Yeah, it should be off now. I apologize about that. Echoing bad. Yeah.
Want me to stop?
No, I think I fixed it. Right, guys?
Sorry.
No, it's me. I pushed the wrong button on here. Let me hear it in my headphones. Maybe I should just leave this on the whole time. I was trying to get, because I don't know if y'all can hear Sarah over there through my mic. Sarah, say something.
Something.
I think I heard that.
What?
I think I heard that.
What's wrong with these mouths?
What's wrong with these mouths?
Okay, that's rude. That's not nice.
They need orthodontic work. Well, I guess the retainers, they should be in. They should be done with the orthodontic work. Okay, it's a little thin right here, and I don't like it, but I think we can taper it just enough because I don't want to add any monomer there. I'm just gonna put a little polymer just in case it does the thing. All right. There's a bite plate. And put it in the water. And then this goes in there. Okay. Thanks for letting, I should have been paying attention to y'all's comments, but I did not. Okay, that was it. We got one lower Hawley with soldered welded C's. Or actually, I should say soldered / welded C's. And we got that in there. And I have these that she's brought to me.
Oh, we're not done.
There's 3. There's 3 over here. What do you mean we're not done?
I think there's more.
Yeah, there is.
No.
I did 8 of these last night. I think almost every one of them has soldered
Yeah,
C's.
one more.
Oh, okay.
No. Yeah, one more because you already did one.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't have labial acrylic, so I just went ahead and did the thing. So I'm going to. I did the thing. I did a thing. So let me prep this a little bit. I wait to do this at the end, or after the acrylic's done, because I don't want acrylic to get into these little things I prepped. So, hey Lila. Hi. So this is kind of how I do this is kind of, I say kinda. I don't know why I say it like that. This is how I do the soldered C's with labial acrylic. She brings it back to me after she trims, and I'm gonna use 032 wire like I was saying before. Yep. And I just lay it in here. Well, good thing I had turned off your mic before that started.
I checked with you to make sure it's just
Yeah.
Anything thereafter is your own fault.
Yep. But this is a real life example of what a lab sounds like. So she has headphones. Maybe they can be a sponsor.
Who, the Raycon?
Yeah, Raycon headphones. You've been liking those.
I didn't realize how loud everything was.
Yeah. So she's got Raycon headphones. They're over the ear. And sound. Do you use sound?
The noise canceling?
Noise canceling.
I usually don't.
Oh, okay.
Really have to.
I have some shocks, which are like bone conducting, so it leaves your ears open. And I thought it'd be great. I can hear people talking to me while I work, and I can listen to things at the same time. Nope, I can't hear nothing. Let me round this off. I like to go ahead and just round the ends of these C-clasp off, so we don't have to worry about it later. It's sometimes hard to get in there to round that tip off when there's no no room for the burr or wheel. You know, I guess I should have done this lower one. Because then we could have kept the theme, lower Hawleys with C-class, one with labial acrylic, one without. So I like to put a little bit of sticky wax in there. And then I just lay my wire in there. Try to get that as parallel as possible. When the teeth are short, it makes it hard to get a good long bead weld on here. But that's where I want it. Let's see if I can switch over to here. Hopefully I don't have to sharpen my sharpen my electrode again. Leave down in the comments what y'all use for your soldered Cs. Do you use a welder? Do you use a puck welder like this, which is a plasma arc, pulse arc welder? Or do you use a laser welder? Or old school solder and torch? Oh no, there was wax on that. I did not see.
Yeah, I haven't sprayed them.
Yeah, you did not spray this one. That first hit with the welder,
Yeah.
I saw the wax instantly like melt and blow away. And now I'm just like welding it through there. All right, let me pop this off.
Is that going to cause a problem?
No. That's one good thing about pulse arc welders and laser welders. Unlike soldering, they don't necessarily have to be clean. A clean does help with a good weld, but it usually just blasts right through whatever crud is on there. All right, so let's do. My tip of my electrode looks weird. Let's see if it still works. So you can see how that weird angle I have to get in here. Again, it all depends on the mouth. The mouth might be really deep palate, and then, you know, all this is in your way. Like you can't get your electrode in there. I hear Sarah cussing over there.
That's great. Did you hear that?
Yep. HE double hockey sticks.
Well, I'm chasing a trim here.
Oh, is it one of those things where you trim and it doesn't look right and you trim again, doesn't look right, and you just keep.
It's an illusion. It's all part of the matrix.
We're all watching you. I think I have your sound off. Yes, I do. So what are you working on? Like, what are you trimming? The interior part?
The palette, I mean, it's like, I'm trying to get it even so it doesn't look all jacked up.
Doesn't look all
I think
jacked.
the palette's
Deep on one side and not on the other, so it looks crooked. Not like that.
She's a perfectionist. Which is good. Keeps our quality up. I'm not being sarcastic.
Are you on it?
No. All right. Let's finish this off. Let's do a rubber wheel this time. Takes a little longer.
Can you trim this for me?
Yep. If I'm in a real bad hurry and Sarah's waiting on me, I'll let Sarah trim off these little nubbins. But if I got the time, I'll. A country song just popped in my head.
I just said nothing.
No, if you got the time, I got the time. We'll go honky tonkin'.
No,
Don't stop singing.
don't sing.
All right, let's go back and use the welder to round off this ground off point. Oh, I did a good job. I barely hit it with the. There we go. That was easy enough. Jeez. Sometimes these just go perfect. I guess instead of rounding, I could just do this. If I raise the amperage to the next level, it makes a slight ball clasp. So you can see it does a really good job of rounding that off. I don't know if you can even see that in the, needs more light, doesn't it? Yeah, so you can kind of see if this thing will focus. Yeah, you can see the slight little ball right there. I got that rounded off. There's purple on my finger. Yeah, that feels smooth. I always feel it with my finger to make sure. That's a great taper I did. And you can see how strong they are. They don't move. I hadn't had any break off yet that I know of. And that is how we add them to one with label acrylic. Let me go pull the one without label acrylic out of the pressure pot and break it on live stream. No, let's let that soak. I'm gonna take this bite plate off. Here's a moment of truth. Popped right off. I think some of that came off. I think, yeah. So that marker, that Sharpie, transferred to the back side of the separator. The separator, when I pulled it off the first time, transferred to here, and now I'm taking water and I just rub that separator off. I don't see those lines on there. Very cool. All right, let's break this. I mean, let's separate this.
It's really rough.
I just push up. I'm just trying to pull this straight off, no angles or tilts or anything. And that came off. Mainly came off pretty easy, mainly because I separated it 3 times, put 3 layers of separator. Because that first one I think I messed up. So I just played it safe, did 3. And there it is. Like I said, you can kind of picture what it looks like. Trimmed, almost ready to pumice. But I'll post a picture of this on my Hey, what are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing.
And that purple, I think, is going to turn out. Can you see the difference? So this is the purple in the bottle, and then this is with the purple monomer added. Or the light purple. I didn't want to go dark purple. My other purple is dark. You got
I told you there was one.
yeah, multiple ones. Okay. Guys, looks like I got to get back to work. That's it. Thank y'all for watching. This is lower Hawley with soldered C's, and actually a upper Hawley with soldered welded C's. So we did 2 of them, and keep tuned, and I'll try to post a picture of the finished product. Hey, quit laughing at me. I'm trying to do an outro.
Terrible.
It's terrible. I know it is. These guys are used to it. Anyway, I will see y'all next week. So until then, I usually say happy bending. Bye-bye. Say bye, Sarah.
Bye.